Hello everyone, welcome to Stones, Bones, and Human Zones, Our World, Our Adventure. Just wanted to bring you up to date on what I found yesterday, coral hunting in a construction site. Cupcake says good morning, sort of. She's always too busy. So anyways, let's get the water hose. I was watering tomatoes and such, and now it's time to do this. So I organized the bones and artifacts and stones so that we could go through them real quick, have a quick look. Here we go. So that's their hurdy cup sherds. That's a little bit of bone I found, some deer bone. That's the breakdown type of conglomeration. That's some sandstone, some more breakdown. Back there's the concrete bits that got mixed in. Now these all appear to be some form of coral. They have the same round core going up. This has a little extra on the side, and in the center there is druzy, and so I'm going by that to think that they're probably coral. They all have that same interior center at the bottom. You can find the hole at the top and that stuff in the bottom. Even in the ones that look like a solid tube, you find the circle shape is in there and that central core is in there. There's a nice clam with a hollow space in it. But now we are to the coral stuff. So, all right, well, before we get in here, here's some black conglomeration, or not black, it's actually gray and dark gray, but it's super cool. Like, it's hard, and it's all conglomeration, and the darkness of it is really throwing me off. That's just absolutely unusual in Florida. We have light colored stuff, typically. You do get other. So now let's watch this as we hit it. It blackens up. So you throw some mineral oil on this stuff, make it into a nice little point, or carve out a little piece that you like, a cabochon or a scenery, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. We have some beautiful banding, just a ridiculous amount of color. And the black, what I've found out is that this darker band, the grayish looking stuff, is the coral. These really black inclusions, you can see this center has the crystal in it. They are little mollusks that are embedded in there. You can see that one now. And only when I make it wet can you actually see them. So, I mean, you can see them without it, but it isn't as easy. This is a fantastic little piece, has really good color. That is all coral polyps blowing up in there. And then you can see the center of that little tiny disc edge right there, and it's actually higher than it looks from the bottom. Anyways, there's a bunch of little polyps in there. Oh, okay, here's what's going on. There's one there. You can see the circle. There's one there. There's one there. There's three little ones, and then another one over here looks a little bit bigger. Yeah, he is bigger because he went through the rind. All right, so here's some up close to the coral, and it has these lightning blue inclusions on the darker stuff. It's really fantastic. Like, again, I've been an archaeologist in Florida for 20 years. I have never seen this particular material. Something that just dark black is really cool, and then these lightning blue ridges through it. So those were some of the weaker finds. These are some of the better finds. There's my shells that I collected from, actually this was from a neighborhood down the road in Osteen, and I found a quarter in someone's yard when I was hunting. Looks like 1990. And then these are from our regular site, or from the construction site I was at yesterday. I got a couple nice shells. Some nice stuff in there. Okay, so, but over here is the better. See the colors? It's like a light gray, and you can see the druzy in there. I mean, it's got good druzy. It just pop, 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 pop all over with the druze. But let's change that. But bam! Now we can see the lightning blue colors. and the black outline of the mollusk where the centers have the druzy stuff. So there's one, there's one, there's one, there's a little one, there's one on half of one, like you can see it stop out here, would have been the other half. There's half of one. So multiple there. And then some other really cool stuff in here. This one, you can see them popping out of it. See, there's one. It's halfway poking out. There's one you can see split into. There's one. There's one. And actually over here I noticed, where was it? Right here. If you look, there is another one right here that's completely in the matrix. It didn't get broken. Only just the edge of it's broken. It's sitting on top of that one. It's like at an angle. So, and now you can really see the blue in that. I hope that's showing up. Like it is just electric blue. And then you've got these really nice blue and gray outer rinds and colors. Just ridiculous amount of stuff. That has black druzy. Like I'm telling you, that is solid black crystals growing in there. They're really, really bizarre. I showed you this piece in my picking up video. I was like, oh, look at that, found that druzy. But look at the veins. And that was a really giant mollusk in there that died. You can see that's its center. And so, good coloring. All right, so there's some more of the electric blue type stuff showing up. That's a shell. You can see it's probably a periwinkle if I had to guess. And then this is a really cool little like expedient knife. And by the way, I don't think any of these are artifacts, but I've checked the edges. Some of them have some micro lines on it, but nothing that makes me think it's a striation from someone creating a platform and popping pieces off. So anyways, we got the dark gray druzy in here, a little bit of the black on the edge, and then the electric blue up here. Kind of a cool little almost knife looking thing, expedient knife. So there's a little druzy, the electric blue, sorry, and the polyps. I mean, you can just see there's brown polyps and these blue ones for whatever reason. Then a little bit of druzy in the blue. On the back here's a druzy in the gray, and then you've got the brown inclusions. There's just some tan-ish gray kind of stuff with some blue druze on it. Here's a nice tube wormhole next to a shell included in the coral matrix, and it's a blue tube. I mean, that's just cool. And here's they actually refit. That one sits on top of this at an angle right here. It matches in on that side. It's hard to show. It's not a perfect refit. There's a piece missing. Anyways, there's a coral. Looks like periwinkle again. Sorry, not coral. Circular. That's what I was trying to say. And so, a little bit of druzy. All right. Here's a nice little vein piece. You can see there's our car surface. There's our first interior layer, and this is the second interior layer with a gap in between, and it filled with the material. A bunch of little pieces that I collected. So just wanted to walk you through. This was what we found yesterday. You can see all the bling in that. It's full of druzy. There were lots of druzy pieces. The problem with it is it's busted up. Looked like they were trying to hide the fact that they went through a coral head. And all the coral stuff is under dirt. They're definitely covering it up. Okay, that is like the one I was looking for. That is the blackest druzy I've ever seen. It's like you get in there and you break a piece off and pull it out and separate it from it. It's still black. It isn't due to the background color. You can see some that would be gray right here. But down in here, actually down in here, this stuff and that stuff is just solid black. So, alright, there's the haul. Oh, yeah, real quick, I got this piece. You can see the inclusion there. But right here, if you catch this, where my thumb is, there's a tube worm that agatized in there. It's pretty cool. He's very iridescent. So if you were to cut that out, clean it up, you could have that and turn it into a pendant or something. Same with these little small round pieces here, you could cut those out and turn them into something. There's a nice shape of something, looks like a blow up of a polyp. Just pretty cool stuff. Good coral that I found in a construction site of all things. So it's out there, it's always out there. Just gotta go find it. Thanks for tuning in.